streaming to YouTube. I need to verify that that actually is showing up. I am live, it says. Alright, looks like we're good here. Music might be a little too loud, so let's go and turn that down. That's up. Oops, that's off. Man, I'm good at this. Oh, that's cool. That's too dark. Alright, there we go. That's good. Cool. Alright, so let me get this all organized here. I need to share this out. So let's do this. So I will start working in a few seconds. Hopefully you guys don't mind waiting a short period of time. But until then, I gotta share it out to a few places. Alright, that one is out. Got one more to go. Alright, let me get this up and running, and we are good to go. There we are. Alright, cool. We're up and online. I actually don't know if I'm hearing this. I don't know if my volume is good or not. Sounds like it is. Might be too loud. Alright. Let me turn that off. I don't need to hear myself twice. Preview is nice to have, but that's not what I'm aiming here for. So, let me go ahead and get started here. So, alright, welcome back to another live stream where I'm going to make another 3D model. This one was requested by Meme Wizard in the previous stream, and I'm doing Chomusuke from KonoSuba. For those of you who know who Chomusuke is, as you can see, it's in the picture in the bottom left, is our little cat friend from the second season of KonoSuba. So, this will be a little different from the previous one. The previous model was a bit more, well, to put it simple, this one is more of an organic model, whereas the ones I've been working on so far are static or just inorganic, or basically inanimate objects. So, one thing you're probably going to notice that I'll do differently here is instead of basically building it by taking separate parts, I'm going to actually keep it all together in pretty much one giant mesh. So go ahead and get ourselves here. Now, another thing you're also probably going to see in a few seconds here is I'm going to actually cut this box in half. I'll be working in mirror mode, meaning the stuff that's going to be visible there will, well, actually it makes it easier on me to make it simple. I am just going to be working on one side of the model, because our good old cat friend here, thankfully, is, for the most part, symmetrical. So this will actually reduce the amount of work by, well, about 50%. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in real quick. I actually need to be in object mode for this. So go to the modifiers set here, and we need to select mirror. Now you have to play around with the axis. In this case, mine's the Y, and you might need to set the merge a bit differently here. Looks like we're fine for now. You can kind of see it just basically created a ghost on the other side, So it's kind of fun to work with here. Makes it easier for me. As you can see when I go in edit mode, I only actually have half of the shape that I'm working with, so that'll work out pretty well. Let's go ahead and add it. No, I'll add that one later. So what we need to do now is I basically need to start basically getting the basic shape of his body. I'm actually going to start with Chomusuke's body here. So actually I don't even need to hit the box size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move him. I'm going to go object mode actually first and do this. Move him up a bit so I can work with him above the grid, and that grid's not giving me any false positives. I'll switch to edit mode here. Scale it up the X. Make this longer. Let's say about right here. And then I'll scale up the Z. Make his body even taller. Actually, I'm going to scale it up Y too. I might as well. I should have just scaled here. Now the problem I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to adjust this back the way it should be, because when you mirror things, it's going to mirror its exact location. So unfortunately, I'm going to squeeze this. There we go. Cool. So I won't be talking too much. If anyone is watching, feel free to leave a question if you have any, and I will try to answer them. I have the chat. On the bottom right should be that black box, but no one is currently chat typing away, so I will wait for someone there. So, without further ado, I'll get to work on this. Let's see here. That looks about like what I want it to be at. I need to make this a little wider, but I think we'll be okay for now. Actually, not wider, taller. So I'm going to go ahead and grab right here, and we're going to lower. That should be pretty good. Alright, so more edges. The more the merrier. So I would like to say if my computer would handle that. Actually, it can. It's a pretty good machine, but for the most part, it should be pretty solid. Alrighty. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to start with the legs a bit. So what I need to do is I'm going to roughly allocate a decent amount of space here to represent his feet. Actually, you know what? I'm actually going to go back here, and I'm going to just make it a tad longer right here. That should be good. Now I'm going to give him a bit more space here. About here. So Chomusuke actually is going to be a little easier for us here, since I need to have this in side view. There we go. So I get this about right here. Ooh, okay, that looks pretty good. That's about roughly the same size. Might be a little bigger, a little smaller, depending on where I'm at. So go ahead and add this in here too, right there. I might add maybe 2 more, just to kind of split the difference here on these bigger blocks. And the more detail you have, or the more vertices you have here, the more detail you'll be able to put into it. So that's why I'll add a few more pieces here that'll make it better. So, alright, let's go ahead and get this going. So once again, I'm going to raise him a bit more. Looks like I got a little bit of a break here. This is the one downside to a mirror. If you can't see it, you will have to quickly fix that. Alright, let me check this out again. Alright, that looks good. I'm actually going to raise this a bit. Let's put it to 0.1. Why not? Easy enough. Don't make it too big, otherwise they'll merge on top of each other. So, alright. Let's get to work on his feet here. So, since he is a animated character, he'll be a bit more fun to work with in terms of making him look silly. So I think what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and grab both. Oh, shoot, just realized I need to do one thing real quick. is currently messaging me real quick. Here we go. Alright, so I need to go ahead and kind of jut these out a bit. So, extrude. And I'll do it once more, except this one will be a little longer. Alright, there. Our friend's a little pudgy, so we need that to be very well displayed. This looks like those terrible buildings in Minecraft. Like the really blocky Minecraft structures. Those are a little crazy. So yeah, he's very blocky right now. That's going to be very common with starting with these kind of things. We're going to have to really iron them out over time. And I'll actually add in another modifier later on. Well, I won't set them in stone because there's a few little things that need to be taken care of first before that. So now I'm going to add in another edge loop just to kind of control where he is. Alright. So, despite him being in a kind of pudgy looking character, I do want to give him a little bit of feet. A lot of the images I've seen of Chomusuke actually just has him with rectangular feet, and I really don't like that. So I'm actually going to give him a little bit of a, well, as you can see, a little bit of a, I guess, underhang? Yeah, whereas Paul's technically would be. So, it's not necessary, but I feel like it added a little bit more to him than, well, what he has right now. So, and one thing you probably did not notice, I also moved both legs, so doing that I won't have to worry about making sure they're lined up evenly later on. So, now things get a little tricky here. So the one downside to having this is you really have to, all the details can be done by just manipulating a lot of verts around. So this will be fun. Let's grab all these. Those top ones. Sure, let's do those. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start trying to round them out a bit. So I'll just be moving verts in, moving some out. Actually, I don't move them out too much. That's a little bit too much. Right there. And also what I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding a few additional edges here, just to kind of add a little bit more detail in. So the paws are kind of circular. Right now we have a block, so we kind of need to control that a bit more. So what I'm going to do right here is, think about it, right? We'll start with these. I'll do the same thing on this edge over here. Actually, I'm pressing shift. No, okay, we're good. Out. Actually, if I think about it, I think these would probably be better here. I realize I'm not keeping track of these at the same time. You want to be relatively consistent. You want to make sure you're moving anything that should be paired. Oop. Anything that should be paired together should be being moved at the same time, roughly. So for example, if I'm moving these, I need to move the back of this foot too. That way I don't have to worry about multiple symmetrical points. And as you can see, these changes are being reflected because of the mirror. So extremely handy that tool is. I think the top one might not want to be grabbed. I think that's okay, actually. That'll be fine, I think. Worst case scenario, I'll move it later. I'll have to see how that looks later on. A lot of the things I'm going to have to notice or do over time is modifications are going to be taking place constantly, just to kind of tweak them. It's almost like you're sculpting in this case. Of course, this is a simple make a poly mesh without any sculpting tools, so that'll be a little bit of tweaking and constantly moving things around to make it look the way I want it to. So actually I need to match these right there. Looks like that's about right. Okay, so now I need to move these. Too much, but enough that it's going to make it a nice round looking shape. Grabbing that third set. Yeah. Yeah, just those two sets. We're good. Okay. So I've got this, move it back a bit. Actually, if I remember correctly, these actually should be jutting out more than the back. Good old camera disorientation. There we go. Alright. So I'm moving these back out after I made that decision to move them in, since I feel like, if I remember correctly, the hull should be getting wider towards the front. Kind of line this up correctly. Right there. Okay. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm actually going to start utilizing another modifier. So I'm going to switch back to object mode real quick and add the modifier multi-resolution. This will allow me to kind of get a nice smoother idea of what it's supposed to look like. So yeah, as you can see, adding the little details and little curves there, actually making that look round and smooth, instead of blocky like the upper part of this torso is right now. So, not done yet, but it's actually starting to come together pretty well. So, now comes the fun part of having to move these out. I forgot to grab the back set again. Out here, about right there. Cool. Cool beans. Once again, making sure that I'm grabbing the points that I need to grab. Should be fine there. Alright, and what's also good to do is to go constantly back and forth between object mode and edit mode, just so you can utilize the multi-resolution and see what it looks like. It's extremely, extremely helpful. Should do exactly what we're looking for. Alright, cool. To edit mode we go. Ooh. A little bit of lag there on my end. Interesting. I'm just gonna go ahead and save this as a precaution. I've had this problem a lot in the past, and I'd rather not have to deal with that in the middle of a stream. So go ahead and save that real quick. Hopefully. Take your time, Blender. Not responding. Oh boy. Everyone, deep breaths. There we go. Cool. Alright, so one thing I do want to point out, when you're doing anything with making things look all kind of spherical or elliptical, you don't want to pick the very edges of a area. As you can see, I've got these points that I didn't grab. That kind of helps. Object mode. See, it's starting to look a bit more like rounded toes. I actually need to be a little bit more extreme here. So I think what I need to do is these need to point inward more, just a bit more inward. And that is roughly what I'm looking at there. Not that big, just these back two here. Whoops. How are we looking down here? Yeah, there we go. That's starting to look better. So now if I go back out to object mode. There we go. That's what I wanted to see, is that kind of more angled here and there. Makes it look a lot better. Alright, so I can edit mode again. So that's pretty good there. Alright, so that will pretty much cover the legs for now. Oh, that's fine, Meme Wizard. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you can take your time, man. I mean, enjoy the time you got with the grandparents, man. So, alright, let's start to get a little bit of his belly. So, Chomusuke's a little... One thing I like about Chomusuke is he's an animated character. So, you can really go nuts and exaggerate on the puffiness of a character. Especially when it's a pet. So I'm going to go ahead and make him a little pudgy. Good old pudgy Chomusuke. Whoa, there we go. So let's see what we can do here. So let's do this. So one nice thing I can do here is keep that going. It's already looking pretty good. I mean, still kind of looks like one of those. I was mentioning this earlier. Looks like one of those Minecraft structures, like the 5-year-old kids who've never played or don't really know how to design a house yet. Just make a giant square. It does kind of look like it, but hopefully over time it's going to look a lot better. That should be good. Alright, so this row should be good to go. Oops. Grab the wrong point. Grab the wrong point again. That is one downside to working in modeling software, is that happens a lot. Oh. Grab. Shift. What's that one that's like popular now? Is it like robots? Robot? No, it's got a block in it. Roblox? It's called Roblox? I've been hearing that constantly nowadays. It's like the new thing among the little kids. I say little kids because I'm an old man compared to most gamers nowadays. Actually, I don't know. I take that back. Let's see here. So around here. There we go. Look at that. Look at that little pudgy underbelly. It's actually starting to come together. There we go. I gotta round this out, round out his butt. It's perfect at that point. Alright. I don't want to touch the top yet. Meme tier game. It's meant for little kids. However, people in my high school play ironically for jokes and stuff. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of the, I think the videos that people have been posting about, like, the death noises. Been listening to that, I'm just like, what kind of game has that death noise? It's atrocious. So we'll go ahead and grab these 5. Yeah, let's grab these 5. I've heard the death noise way too many times, so it's like stuck in my head now that we're talking about it. I'm like, oh great, here we go. So there we go, get them nice and pudgy. Oh. Yep. Oof. It's so like, why? That is not need to be. Actually, I think this row can go back. Yeah, there we go. Actually, now think about it, this row should go back too. Be better that way. Alright, there we go. So what I'm trying to do here is, as you can see, I'm making him get a more rounded belly here. Because he does have a little bit of a round belly. Megumin might be feeding him a little too many sweets. We all know the drill. It's just Megumin being Megumin. Actually, I think I might want to put one or... I want to do that. Whoops. I didn't have anything selected there, did I? I did not. Okay, so the slub divide. Oh, man. I'm doing great today. Slub divide, more like flup divide, am I right? No? So I need to grab that here, there. Boop, boop, there we go. 1, 2. I don't think he's this pudgy, but let's see how he looks later. I got you down there, don't grab that. Whoa! I don't want to make him too pudgy, but I want to make him enough that it's noticeable, because that is something I've kind of noticed looking at him. So let's see here. Yeah, that looks about right. Oh my, that's a fat cat. I think I got him a little too much, so let's go ahead and bump him back a little. Will be nice. No fat jokes here. Oops. Yeah, let's see how that looks. That's better. Need to round up the bottom a bit more. So, okay. Whoa, 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 camera, please. Camera, please. Ah. Okay, trying to see my problem here. Garfield. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some version of that somewhere. Yep, that goes on the top about right about here, I'd say. Right around here, one of these two sets here. His head's gonna take up a good portion. His head's huge compared to his body. It's comical. That gave me a good laugh when I was busy trying to sketch him out earlier. Oh, what in the world? Let's see how this looks now. Okay, that looks pretty good. I do need to make this a bit more. Let's see here. I'm trying to think of how his head would kind of miss you. Okay, no, I see how. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab these 3 right here. Actually, I'll grab these 4. Don't need to grab that one because that's already been shot out of it. Just kind of pop them out. This side isn't going to be very exaggerated. Whoops. Since it's his front, and really there's not too much adjustments to be made to it. Click. Let's see here. So in case you're wondering what's making this look all smooth, it's actually the multi-resolution right here. There we go. Oh, so multi-res, literally. I thought it was like abbreviated because it didn't fit. Nope, it's fine. The butt needs a little more oomph, but let's get the tail out first. Man, if I had a nickel for every time I said that. Alright, now let's be mature here, people. What I need to do is this. Rotate by Y. I'm actually going to shrink those words back here a little bit. Yeah, let's all be mature here. I mean, we've got Meme over here. Meme's going to do something, Mimi. We all know it. Extrude out. His tail's a decent size. I think it's like, let's say like that. I won't do too much on the tail. Something I did want to point out here. If I go into object mode, he pulls like a two-tailed cat, or Chen, I guess, if you want to call it that. This is because the mirror and the multi-res don't cooperate together. So if I want to actually get the tail finalized, I need to go into mirror mode first and get this one applied, and then work on multi-res. So if I, for example, if I were to press this right now, that actually closes up the tail. That looks extremely full. So I will get that working later on. But we need to get the head going. So let's say, alright, let's get the head going here. How did I even want to do this one here? Alright, so I'm actually going to give him a little bit of room here on the neck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab these 3, extrude them up a bit. Not much, but enough. And then use these 6, extrude them out. I just started doing that. I thought it'd be helpful, because I know some people are probably watching these videos later on and being like, oh, so that's how he does it. So I figured that would probably be better to do it that way than any other way, really. So I'm actually going to give him that much there as the neck. So I'm going to go ahead and extrude out one more time. And just kind of set that right there. It's hard to tell if these are interlapping. Oh god, it's double-headed. Oh gosh, 2 tails, 2 heads, kill it with fire. Someone called Megamine and call a cast explosion on this. Oh my gosh. That was terrifying. It had 2 heads. Oh, Blender. Some of your modifiers cause some pretty crazy and scary things. Oh my. Alright guys, this is the new mob, or new enemy, and the $5 version of Fallout. It's called the two-headed abomination. Two-headed, two-tailed abomination, and is fat. It does absolutely nothing in terms of attack, but if it sits on you, you're dead. There's no words for that other than what I've literally just said. Okay. Oh yeah, he'll sit on you. That's his way of killing. That's his way of getting his revenge on everyone who bullied him, and I'm not going to continue that. So I think I need... As I mentioned earlier, his head is significantly bigger than his body. I'd probably go ahead and say maybe 2 more extrusions out. Something that's actually kind of nice to also keep track of is as you're extruding, to kind of eyeball these to be roughly the same size. If they're not, it's okay. It makes it easier to do the geometry later on, but it's not going to hurt you if you can't get that exactly. I'm actually going to round this out later on. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of give myself... I'm not really sure what this is right now. It's definitely not Chomusuke, but it looks like a battering ram. Let's go do it the time. Right there. So now... let's see here. I'm curious as to what this looks like. What it's gonna look like in object mode, but I'm kind of terrified, so I don't want to figure it. Oh my gosh! I swear. There we go. Good. Okay, now it kind of looks like a robot, like rat. All right, I gotta see this. Oh, good lord! Really makes me want to put that on. Yeah, it looks like a rat shield right now. I'm just trying to get the width first, and then I'll add the height then. So let's see, how do I want to get this part figured out again? His head is significantly larger too. Alright, so let's go ahead and get his head up a bit more. So once again, paying attention to make it roughly the same size as it was. Whoops. A little less, a little less, a little less. There we go. Maybe like 1 or 2 more. That's starting to look like it a little bit if you are very nice about it. I'm only at 474 verts. That's actually not bad. I actually do wonder how many it is in 14,000. That's a lot. It still looks terrifying. I don't even know how to describe what that is. Other than it looks like something out of Fallout. I don't want to ruin the mutant double head thing. I don't know what's more confusing, the double head or the double tail. Alright, let's go ahead and get this going here. So I'm going to try and straighten these back out now. It's going to be a little interesting trying to grab that, so I'm going to rotate about the Z here, I think is what I need to do. Oh, okay, no, that's not what I need to do. Oh, right, I need to do this. Okay. This... to vertex mode. Can I do the alt loop thing? Yes, I can. Okay, so I just grabbed what's called an edge loop. Basically, it's a series of lines that wrap around an object and allow you to basically work with that entire system. So as you can kind of see what I just did there. It's extremely useful if you can get it. I'm surprised I managed to get that to work. So, do that. Oh, there we go. Nope, that wasn't it. Ah, shoot. Does it not count the edge loop here? That's not what I want. Interesting. Oh well, we'll do this one manually. Yes! That is exactly what's causing that. Whoa! So I'll show you in a second. Let me get this one straightened out. Is this gonna cause problems? Yes, it will. Grab all these. Alright, so as I said earlier, we had this double face, double tail, double neck, whatever that is. I want to call it that. So, to fix this, we have a mirroring. We have these two right here, the mirror and the multi-res. Simply, to make this one object, just hit the mirror. It's going to look a little weird at first, since if you look at the object there, it's going to be, ooh. Ah, they're overlapping each other. That's a problem there. So I need to do this. That's good to know. I did not know that was going to happen there. This is going to be interesting trying to grab this guy right here. Am I undoing my own selections? Nope. I think I might be grabbing something I don't want to grab though. Get that little spot in here. I see the problem. Those are coming at an angle that's going to cause them to overlap each other. That's why. So I just got to do this. Just grab this down here. So basically I just need to straighten these guys out. Am I the right one? I think I did. No, I didn't. Grab all you? Alright, yeah, there we go. Straighten these up right here. It's going to be a little bit tedious trying to match this exactly. There we go. This is a little disorienting. Hopefully it doesn't mess with it too much. Geometry can be a little tedious to go through. Ah, I'm inside it. I'm inside the two-headed abomination. Just like this point right now. Fix this eventually. So you can kind of see how these two are intersecting right here. With this edge right here, Konon. Let me get that fixed. It looks like I've already gone and edited that in, so. So if I press this now, what happens? Yep, that's what's gonna happen. Still too far apart from each other. It's a little bit of point manipulation, but let's see if I can get this working here. There we go. Got you. You should not be. I think you guys should be either. Ugh, that would have been bad. Alright, so yeah, I'm just trying to fix all this real quick. Sometimes it can be a little tedious, but if you can figure out what's causing what. To do this, it gets actually pretty easy. That was oddly satisfying to look at for some reason. Alright, so it's going to cause maybe some problems here. Strangely satisfying. Okay. So now, whoa. So apply this. Almost. Not there yet. Might be a bit more problematic than I thought it would be, huh? Actually, I wonder, can I just do this and then shift? Yep, that does it too. Shift R, straighten that up. So in theory that should straighten out the points, but not 100% certain yet. This. No, it did not. Interesting. So if I up the merge limit here. Let's see if I can get this now. Subject mode. Apply. Almost. Just you two. Object mode, apply. Okay. A little tedious, but I'm getting it. Looks like. Oh, I'm inside. I was like, that doesn't make sense. There we go. Object mode. This again. That's looking better. At least it's combined. Stop. There we go. That's just something I gotta fix here. I'll show you. So, right now you can only see these these dots on this side. When I hit apply, and then I go back in edit mode, the full series is a bunch of dots. Then I can come in here, for example, and do something like this. Go back in object mode, that kind of fixes it a little bit. This is usually just a problem here. So I'll have to go in actually individually and just kind of figure out what's causing the problems. That's a downside to using mirror mode. It's beneficial to use mirror mode, but the downside to it is that sometimes you have to go into the geometry and figure out what's causing that problem. So here you can kind of see. There we go. So that should make that a little better. No, that vert does not like to be where it is. Is there connecting verse here? there is a problem there. So these in here should not be existing. These interior planes here. Oh, that's a double. Ooh, that's not good at all. Oh, that was bad. This. There we go. Yeah, so actually that is a problem with the head, the way I did the head there. So this is being a little stubborn around the head area. So what actually what I need to do here is back up. These two modifiers do not like to work together. So let's see, can I go into wireframe mode here? It's gonna be hard to see the lines, but I could. That's not gonna help me much. Oh, you know what? I think I know what's causing that. These are faces, aren't they? Yep, that's it. My goodness, I'm an idiot. That's part of the problem with that. So I'm gonna go here. I need to press Alt. Actually, no. Verts. So, in case you didn't catch it, I'll go ahead and explain what's going on here. So, I'm going to grab all these, and when I look inside the model, I'm going to pull it back, and you tell me if you can spot what's wrong. If you can't, it's okay, I'll just tell you. Okay, I'm not grabbing everything apparently. Let me get all these points first. You see it? See the problem? So the problem here is I am trying to merge faces. I should be doing that. These faces, because they're interior, shouldn't exist. So now, what I have to do... Oh, that's probably a bad idea. So yeah, I gotta delete these faces first. Now that I realized what I was doing wrong there. And now... go back in here. Oh, I see what I did there. Accidentally just deleted a bunch of verts, didn't want to do that. So this is what we want. That is what we should be having. Does that make sense? Oh, well now I do. Yeah, it takes a little bit to get used to that. I think that's all of it now. So now, and I think that's probably the same problem I'm having over here with the tail, now that I'm looking at it. So I'll have to go and move that myself as well. So now if I go back in object mode here, I add in... Yeah. There it is. So that gets rid of the two-headed thing. Which is exactly what I needed to get rid of. The big problem. So that's probably what's going on with the tail. I didn't think about how the blender extrudes, so I need to go ahead and move all these now. Let's just go up. Feels like I'm... You know what? I'm not going to finish that. So these should go away. Delete faces. Of course, I lose control of the grid or of the verts, so I gotta play with those again. Whoops. Can never rely on something to do something unrelated-wise. Alrighty, let's slide this guy back. So now, if we go in object mode. Oh, that's not merged. There we go. Looks a little better. Now it just looks like TV head cat. I swear, this TV head cat better get something better than 720p or I am going to flip him. That's a terrible joke. I'm done. Leave it to good old me to tell terrible jokes. So I wonder if it's going to do the same thing here if I try to grab these and do that. So, alright, cool. So that solves our problem there with that. Let's get to work on getting set up now. So now comes the long part, which is actually going through the and curving out the A for effort for terrible jokes. Hey, I'm here till I graduate. Man, I am good with the terrible jokes. I need like a soundboard for like the drum thing, whatever that was called. The da-da. Let's get this fixed real quick. There we are. So let's see here. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, now I'm going to start molding him, basically. So I got to start turning this curved TV of a face the other direction and kind of start to round him out and make him look like a ball. Which is fine when you have a lot of squares. So this will be the fun part of basically turning him. But now that I know I can do this, okay, I don't want all of that. I want everything up here. So if you're using Blender right now, something that might be helpful for you to know. If you click on a vert, if you press and hold Control and then right-click on a vert on a bit ways away, Blender will try to grab every vert in between the one that you started at and the one you just clicked on. So that's extremely helpful if you need to grab only a certain part. If you want to grab the entire edge loop, that's... Yes, it is bad, Kobe. It is bad. But it's okay, don't worry about it. So if you press and hold Alt and click on a vert, you'll actually be able to go all the way around and create that and grab that edge loop. So that'll be extremely helpful. Weave. I mean, he's half Asian, man. You're not exactly winning an argument there. Okay, yeah, I don't want that. So I need to go everything from here to whoosh. Shh, it's a secret to everybody. Is it though? Is it? Does this stream sound better to you, by the way, Kobe? I know you were talking about it. I know my voice sounded a little soft for you. You and your sensitive ears. So I get this going. Wait, what? Oh, never mind. Grab you. Actually, don't grab you. Let's leave you out of that. I don't know, man. That's weird. That's pretty weird. What is going on there? Oh, I just need to move all these. Oops, not that. This one. Nope, not that one either. There we go. Blender, what are you doing, man? Oh, I'm pressing shift and doing that. Let's grab the... Oh, let's do this. Okay, nice. Blender does not like this one. There we go. I have a feeling it's not gonna like this bit. Let's see what it can do here. See if I can round this out a bit more. Am I just listening to it? Yeah, pretty much. I don't really have any other means of, music. Not that I really care. I just listen to something, just to give me something to listen to in the background. It's normal when I work like this. So I have that same problem here when I extra that one more time, I think. That looks disturbing, but... Alright, so I'm gonna grab all these again. Straight outward. Oh my goodness. Aha! Right, right. Don't want that two-face thing again. You go away. There we go. I wish there was a faster way to grab an entire side, but it doesn't exactly work. Not that well. There we go. Okay. Alright, so now what I need to do is start pushing this area out more. See what I can do here with this. What I'll probably do is go ahead and just extrude, send this out more. And then... add edge loops as I see fit. That looks like a ray gun. It looks to me more like a goat, except his head got turned into a pancake, except the pancakes also got like 6 additional stacks of pancakes on top. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing, but I just thought of it. Now I'm laughing internally. Okay, now that looks like an acorn. Whoops, didn't grab you. Okay. A little long. That's alright. Nah, it's a ship from the Thanks, Kobe. It's actually starting to look the way I wanted to, though. Gonna need a lot of edge loops on the top up here. I should start to do what I wanted to do in a second, let's say. Whoops, whoops. Something also to point out here. Click on the Nexus, then press Shift, and you can do this very slow drag. You take the key off the Shift, or your finger off the Shift key, it goes crazy. So, helps if you want to fine tweak that. So, alright, let's see what I can do here. See if this works. No, not what I want. That's better. Can I just grab this edge loop here? Yes. Shift R. Nope. It did nothing. Rip. Actually, what might actually be easier is to actually straighten these out. And then just to keep extruding outward. That might be better. So, undo all that progress. Well. Yeah, it would be better. So, actually, let's see what this looks like right now. What is that? Oh, okay, I see what's going on there. Gotta still fine tweak this tail. Yeah. How are we doing on time? I haven't checked how long this has been. Burn it with fire. Yeah, that's a good idea. Either that or just have Megumin come over here and just blow it up. Be easier that way. Oh, we would have been going for an hour. Alrighty. Cool. This is probably going to be a two-parter. He doesn't actually get a neck, that is true. I just decided to add one. Since it kind of, well, I could just extrude this, then he really won't have a neck. Yeah, and then just merge. Yeah, I can do that. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna take care of this first. This is more important here. So, what I can do here. Okay. Grab. F makes face. Makes a face. Oh my lord. Okay, so you are causing this. You too. Actually, wait, no, you're not. Forgot. No. You don't do that. So then really, these three need to go. And then, go back into merge mode. Grab these, press F. That works too. Thought it was going to make an edge first, but it made a face. That's fine. So what I'm doing now is just adding faces and just basically rebuilding this. So that'll seal in the inside here. Cool. I mean, it makes sense to me. That's why, now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, I'll give him a little bit of a neck, but not much to where it's noticeable. Or, well, I mean, it should be a slightly noticeable neck, but not enough that it really, you know, separates a actual looking version of him from that. So, let's get this going here. Oh, this is gonna be a pain. Oh, actually, you know what I think about? Now that I think about it. That's gonna be a pain in the butt. I'll show you the problem with extruding these here. See that? That's gonna be a little bit of a problem. It's not terrible, because I can just do a merge. Actually, I think I can do that right now. Let me see. This, let's do this guy and this guy. Merge at first. Does that still create the face? Yes, it does. Okay. And this isn't too bad. I just gotta do this each time. This is not again, it brings back a nice feature about being able to do this on mirror. Because I only have to do this once. Then it just goes away. Is it Shift M? No. Control M. No. That's mirror. I don't want that. Oh, it's Alt M. Actually harder to hit Alt M than it is to do everything else. Too bad. Something's going on here. Couldn't see it. Oh, you know what? You guys are probably inverted. Is it Control I? No, 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 no. Alt I. Control N. Make normals. There we go. So that it decided to flip the normals, which it doesn't mean as much in just a standard model, but if you're playing a video game, if the model's normals are inverted, you'll see the you won't see it. So if you've ever fallen out of a map in a video game and you've looked up and you don't see the floor, that's because the floor has a normal going only one direction and you don't see the normal going the other direction towards you. So, if I can give you an idea here. So, invert the normal here. And if I switch to the Blender game engine... Oh, nope, doesn't do it there. Okay. Well, rip. And there we go. That too. It is used to save render frames. But it's, yeah, it's also to just cut down on the number of visible geometry. So I've got 3 people now. Jeez, what is going on? Actually, I had like 5 last time. I just keep doing this right. This is gonna be fun shaping his head. Something that's actually kind of nice in Maya, if you've used Maya, is it's a lot quicker to actually switch between selection modes. So here I have to go and find an icon down here, or I don't know the hotkey. Wish I did, but don't know it. But in Blender, you literally just press and hold spacebar, and then just say, I want to go in edge mode, I want to go in face mode. Works out pretty well. So, okay, one more set of these and we're good to go. This should be the actual width I want it to be too, so we're in good shape. Alright. Is there a hotkey? Does it give us a hotkey here? Nope. Wait, shift click for multiple modes. I'll pass. That's probably for like edge loop mode and shell, which I don't really need that. Physics isn't being too draining, is it, Yasma? I remember taking that class a ways back. That's what I'm going to start to do in a second here. I mean, come on, meme. Slow down a little bit, man. I know I'm not that speedy. Actually I think what I should do actually here is I'm going to actually... I'm going to extrude this once. Right here. Gotta play the dumb game with the faces here again. Get out of here. You're overlapping too much, are you? Oh, I gotta do this again, huh? I swear, Blender's pathfinding here is not fantastic at all. Probably shouldn't be relying on it. I'm just gonna move you guys up here. Just straightening these out, since it's really going to help me in the long run to do so. Fortunately, Blender doesn't have a very good way of controlling that. They have a good way of doing it for UVs, but not really for meshes. not going to do the back row. I'm actually going to start shaping that in a second. I'm doing this so I can control where the edge loops are going to be when I add them in. So now, actually go back here. Oh right, I forgot to do there too. Oops. Oh boy. Okay. This actually should be good enough. Whoa, whoa. Not what I wanted you to do. In fact, not at all. Okay. So now, let's just go to this mode. Stretch out. Oh, right there. What is it? Just L? No, that's not it. What are you? Control R, really? Man, your macros are so different. Alright, now I should be able to easily start shaping the head. If I have to add an additional... I don't think I'll need to here. These are connected, so I will have to... Okay, I'm going to need to extrude one or two down here in the bottom. Just so I can get the bottom portion of him. Are these merged? Yes, they are. Okay. Didn't know if they were merged or not. Alright. So let's get this part done. Oops. Right now I'm not really worrying too much about getting it perfect. I'm more focused on getting the rough shape and then going back and actually finalizing the shape later on. So that's kind of the more important aspect of that right off the bat, is to just go ahead and try to get the rough shape going. You need to go down a bit, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. You're gonna play that game with me. Okay. Well, Alt. There we go. exactly sure that geometry out this way, but let's see if I can fix that real quick. One advice with Blender is right, that was what you just witnessed. When I right click, if you right click a vert by accident, you'll start moving it immediately when you don't want that at all. Which I should grab this entire area. This is probably going to be the midpoint. Actually, no, right here. Yeah, this one right here will be the midpoint. Because I don't want to make his head humongous. That is an interesting poly going on there. So for the middle point, you want it just barely bigger than what it was. Probably still relatively flat looking. It's getting rounder, but we do need to still polish through and smoothen them out a bit. His head might actually be too big now that I'm thinking about it. Might want to consider chopping off maybe one or two. Let me see here. I think I'll cut off a few columns. I just gotta merge them back again in a second. Hopefully I don't have to knife. Actually, now that I think about it, I'll probably have to end up having a knife. Which isn't a good idea, but... yeesh. Actually, now that I think about it... let's do this instead. His head a little bit. I think I might have accidentally grabbed that there. I think I'm going to go ahead and extrude out here. Get the 2 layers I want down here. Actually, I think just one. start to mold that better. But that also helps me. That's interesting. Oh, okay, I see what that's doing. Yeah, these corners could be weird sometimes, so I gotta kind of adjust them real quick. Generally, it's better to start with a square, but sometimes you gotta make do with what you got. That needs to be sorted a bit. That might still be a little large. I mean, I know he has a big head and all. I think that still might be a little too big. It does look like it needs a little bit cut off, just a little bit. Can't guarantee too much with shrinking at this point. Oh, there's. Didn't know there's this much room with this. All right, it's doing the weird. I'm not doing too much right now. I'm just looking at the geometry and just trying to figure out whether or not I want to shrink the head this way. I feel like it always should only be going about here. It is taking shape. The only downside is it's a little too large. You know what? I'll make the decision in a second. Let me go ahead and just try and see if I can get the general shape of it from here out. It could just be I need to look. I'm not looking at the full shape first. I just need to get these rounded off. That needs to be more. It's gonna take a lot of fine tweaking. It's coming along, but it's gonna take a good amount of time just to get this fine tweaked the way I need it to be. I still feel like that head's a little too big. Probably scale it a little bit. Let's see something here. Oh. What are you guys? Wait, what? What are you guys doing in here? What is this? What gypsy magic is this? Okay. I'm glad I checked that. I would have messed up my UVs terribly. Yeah, I just gotta smoothen this out. that the way I need it to be. Other than that, the body really is all that's left. Or this part of the body. And the tail. Oh, and ears. I probably shouldn't forget the ears. Just trying to figure out where to tweak this. And now I'm just trying to get this part of the head to kind of curve downward. Just so it's going to start curving the way I want it to. Better. Needs to be a little more smoothened out, so that's what I'm going through right now. Just kind of slowly tweaking it the way I want it to look. YouTube points need to be the highest here. So you can kind of see if you're looking closely here. Trying to get it to look the way it should. So this is without the smoothing. You can see just how the little tweaks I'm making here and there are able to make it look a lot smoother. Still gonna take some considerable amount of time, just because really gotta focus on getting these points in the right spot. It's always better to start with the cube, but in some scenarios, this is one you don't really have much of a choice. It's not looking super clumpy anymore. I mean, that's a nice victory, but it's a small one right now. Not sure if I want to make this. Okay, yeah, you need a little bit. Whoa. Let's see. seconds. Just a little higher hue. There we go. Okay. So it's starting to look the way I want it to. You're a little lower than him. That's actually, it's looking pretty good without the, let's see how this looks without the, oh yeah, that's pretty smooth. Barely noticed any change in the dents there. Of course, we're always going to see this because it's the middle. Probably lower that just a tad bit. See how this looks here. Grab here. Lift. Alright. Okay, in some areas that is lower than the back one. It looks like it's these four. Okay. So if I look at that from the top now. Alright, that top's looking roughly what I want it to look like. Okay, so that's good. This would be something I probably should just speed run or something. Put the clock on like 3 times speed if that's possible. Fortunately, it's not. Oops. Right here. Oops, that was the green one. that's interesting. That's gonna look out there. It should. I mean, the only really concerning thing is going to be the tail afterwards, and the tail I'm going to actually kind of curve it, make it look a certain way that it should. So, I mean, this is nowhere near the longest or the biggest model I've ever done. So I'm not really too concerned about time in that case. Hey Kefus, I'm a 3D modeler, so I like to make a lot of models, and if anyone has one that they would like to suggest that I can do next stream, you're more than welcome to throw one at me. It can be anything from a game, in terms of weaponry, could be certain characters. I can't do a full, like, true character, since that's going to be, well, it takes a long time. I am doing one character here, and you can kind of see how long that's taking. How's this looking now? That top is looking pretty good now. Nice and smooth. Problem is, it's not perfect yet. I gotta get this bit of it here. Hey, thanks for the subscribe, man. Appreciate it. Hope you can enjoy your time here, man. Let's see. Whoa, whoa, what am I looking at? That startled me. Still convinced. I think I'm gonna have to probably shrink this model a bit. At least the head. I think I'm gonna notice a problem I'm gonna have here in a few seconds. Yes, that is gonna be a problem. It is getting a lot nicer. I'm spending a good amount of time polishing it out and getting it to look the way I exactly want it to. So, like I said earlier, it's the way you want to go. You want to get the general shape going first, and then spend the next who knows how long to actually get it the way you want it to be. By the way, Kefus, if you're still watching, all this is being done in Blender, which is a free, open to the public modeling software. So if you ever do want to work on one of these or watch me, or basically follow me through these, you're more than welcome to. It's looking a little better there. Hopefully I'm not making anyone sick with all these rotations. Be concerned if one of you just start throwing up for no reason. That's gonna be problematic. Now I'm looking at this, I think I've got one of those impossible geometry problems right now. To give you an idea, look at this line right here. How it goes, then at 90 degrees. That's not good. So that's a bummer there. It's my first time doing one of these types, at least specifically for a character, so it is fun doing it. It's not, I mean, it is challenging, but it's not to the point where I can't do it. You just gotta spend a good amount of time really moving things around. Let's see here. But I think I'm gonna have a problem with that. Oh, I lost the chat. I lost the chat. Oh no. We got. Okay, we're good. We're good. We are good. Yep. Last thing I want to lose is the chat. Once I build my PC and get it all set up, overclocking and stuff, I'm gonna try and learn Blender. There's a little bit of a difficulty curve. Nothing too critical, but or nothing too serious. But it is pretty entertaining once you get very comfortable with it. So I think I am going to have one minor problem, which is going to be just this line in general. So I actually need to start from here and work my way out. Something I probably should have done a while back ago. Unfortunately, that might undo some of my progress. But we'll see. I might get lucky. Let's see. That point. This one is really out. Move it cute to the left. Always, basically what I always did is I found stuff that were, you know, objects that are small, something that doesn't take too much consideration. Like for example, the first stream I did where I did Rim's weapon, I don't know what it is, mace, flail, Morningstar. I don't know what we ever, what it was said to be. I think it's a Morningstar. But something like that. Start off something simple. You can look around your room. Maybe you'll find something very simple to work with. But always, yeah, just practice, practice, practice. It's like OS if you play it. I know you follow Insane, so you're an OS player. It's basically the exact same message.
You really need to take a long time learning this. I'm the type of person that can't handle this long learning curve since I get easily bored.
I mean, yeah. Some things aren't for everyone, but I mean, if you ever find the time, and really the only reason I started doing this kind of stuff is one day I said I'm bored. So one day I got bored and just said, you know what, I'm gonna try and make something. So I did a few hand sketches when I was first starting out, and then I started getting a lot more and more into it. So where's that gonna curve at? That's gonna do. Whoa. What is this gonna look like? Oh.
Not as bad as I thought it was.
Oh, you play OSPA 2, by the way. Oh, cool.
Boredom is the best reason to get a new hobby.
Yes, it is. Got me into sketch art and illustration. It's kind of got me into animation, so it's a win-win in a lot of scenarios for me. Can't say the same for everyone, but it's definitely a win-win for a lot of people. 36K. Ooh, that's pretty good. It's pretty up there. I mean, it takes a lot of time to get there, so. I mean, I've been playing OS, I want to say, for. I've been playing it off and on for about 2 years. I only have about 180 hours to my name, so not much compared to a lot of people. But I'll take being at about around the 60K rank. Trying to straighten out these silly looking things.
Played.
Time to play. Yeah. For me, it's I rarely have time. If I do, I'm probably either too tired to play it, or I've got my buddies tell me to play something else. Or I'm doing something like this. Which, more than likely, is... this is usually the answer. Yeah. At this point, I've realized I need to go back and figure out what the original geometry is, and then work from there. Because this right here is a very confusing shape, and I need to figure out what happened here and fix that. So I'm trying to straighten out these lines as best I can, bring them back to a decently, well, roughly around to what they originally used to be. Which happens when you've got to deal with that kind of stuff.
Might actually be easier if I just go ahead and make this a square again and then work from there. Because these weird triangle looking rectangles are gonna cause problems. So, thankfully I think the top is already in good shape. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna go ahead and start from here. Alright, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, one of the things I was considering for a while was making like little tutorial videos showing things like modeling by parts, various other things. I think I found this stream because I'm watching Osu and KonoSuba games. That's actually kind of funny because I have KonoSuba tagged, but I don't have Os tagged. So the fact that you got to Os, I don't know. I don't know how you got that. I guess maybe just KonoSuba. Gosh, my first ever video. I want to say that was in 09. I don't even know if I still even have it on my profile. It's probably gone now. First time using Sony Vegas. Yeah, I've had, before I actually was able to get Creative Cloud license, I couldn't get a hold of Sony Vegas. So, most of my clips when I was first doing videos was using Windows Media Player and Editor. But yeah, my first videos I ever created were easily in 08, 09 era. Back when YouTube was still kind of a, oh, this is a new thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and fix this too. back then I recorded my videos with fraps, where the file sizes were in the high double-digit gig to even triple-digit gigs, and I had to edit with Windows Movie Maker because I didn't have Sony Vegas or Adobe Premiere.
09, no 809, back when people said, "Oh, what's YouTube?" Yeah, that was roughly around that time frame. YouTube was a new concept, and not a lot of people knew what to do about it. It makes me feel old thinking about that now. Yasma, don't say anything. Don't tell the FBI. Oh boy. Yeah, one of my oldest videos was just a lot of Command & Conquer gameplay. Believe it or not, gaming videos at that time were non-existent. Oh, nothing. You don't need to pay attention to anything. Am I ratting you out for something? No, you're not ratting me out for anything. I illegally paid for it. I mean, technically we're all screwed if the companies start getting mad at games like OS, because technically those are a lot of those tracks are copyrighted, so anyone who's live streaming it can't keep the video on their account. Yes, all the legal downloads. Every single one of them. Insert joke about pornography, but don't do it. For some reason, the yeah, it's terrible, but it makes sense because they're all copyrighted tracks, so I don't really get much of a choice. At this point, you gotta use free music. I think I'm noticing my issue here, which shouldn't be a problem anymore. I guess Pepe needs to start making his own minute 30 anime openings. Hey, those are the easy grinders. We'll start talking trash about those, unless you're a PP farmer. I always find it funny how people laugh at what PP means. There's like 3 different versions of that. Yeah, I'm seeing some noticeable things I need to do here. Probably some of it's gonna solve my head's too big problem. Not probably, more than likely. Whoa. Yeah, that won't be it. So as I'm putting this back into its original shape, you can probably see there's two areas that are just huge rectangles. I'm probably gonna shrink those up a bit because, my gosh, these are humongous. But this is actually starting to solve the problems I'm having, which is great. actually don't really know how that shape works here. Humongous rectangles, so you can kind of see them right here. This one. Actually, heck, any of the ones on this row are huge. These are huge because of the way that I'm going to set up, but this row here is big. This row is humongous, all right. So those are going to be ones I'm going to have to probably move around. That's actually what I think I'm going to do now. Yeah, probably fix that a little bit. But a lot of these I'm noticing are just problems because of the way that I'd handled the geometry at the start. Which is not the way I should have done it. Because you get conundrums like this. You want to put it this way, but this is slanted, and you don't want that. Because this one's opposite's up here, which leads this way. So it gets weird. It's almost like this originally was... Okay. No, I see. Okay. I see. I see the problem. Oh god, this voice is coming out. Yeah, that's it right there. So that's a flat piece. Okay. Okay. Perfect. See if I can do that. I got this with music for some reason reminded me of all the stream apps I kept trying to do. The only thing I was ever good at in OS was streaming. Heck, my my top two plays in OS are both stream maps, which is hilarious. Start to see that now. The opposite of you. Oh, you're a jumper. Yeah, Kefas, you probably know these then. My two top plays are, number one is Rog and Limitation, and the second one is Resurrection Spell. It's a Zune map. Probably know both of those. At least most people seem to identify them pretty quickly. What did I do with this geometry to get that messed up like that? What's that supposed to be? Look at that top play was really something I'm proud of. Sure, it's Rog and Limitation, but ooh, that was not good AC. The act was pretty bad. Got myself in this conundrum here. I'm looking at this like, how the heck did this start? Club the mod plays, you know what I mean? I get you. Huh. I'm actually stumped myself on this. I'm not sure how I did that. Because this one right here. Here, I'll select that. What the heck? But yeah, this one is just confusing the heck out of me because it's supposed to be down here. Then it goes up like this. I'm not sure how I did that. Huh. And I've got this like that, which is fine, which means this is the side. Actually, wait, this could be... that's it. This goes here. This goes here. Ugh, I feel like I'm solving a puzzle here with this. Yeah, this is a really stretched rectangle. That's what I should do. Because I'd probably get away with this. See through here. Grab all of these. I don't know about those. I don't think so. And just shove him back. Now that'll make more sense. Then I need to lower these guys even more. I think I don't really have, now that I'm thinking about OS a bit more, I don't think I have any mod top plays. I'm not sure. I haven't checked recently. See? Alright, that fixes that. That fixes my conundrum. Story of my life. Figuring out what the heck I did with my geometry to get it to look like this. Actually, still anything. I think the one thing I tried that was a mod map was Time Bomb. It was Time Bomb on Hard Rock, which the top 50 did not have Hard Rock on it at all. So when I think about that, that means the HP drain is overpowered and should be nerfed. Peppy, please do something. Okay, so that's solving... Okay, so that solved my problem I had there. So go ahead and do this. Review, lower. Yeah, I think I remember that map had a HP of like 9. It was suicidal. It was, you shouldn't be doing it because it's just going to destroy you in the long run. Let's get this going here. Place double tap instead. I can kind of single tap. I don't know what BPM, but I know most of my stream maps I just went nuts on the alternating. Then again, I spent most of the time on those stream maps just almost rocking out at that point. Oh no, what's this? Oh. Okay. Do I have a hidden vert in here? What's going on here? Oh. It's just this. You actually make a 3D anime character. I haven't tried that yet. I've done a few organics, which is what most things are, but a lot of the problems I have is just keeping the geometry clean. Kind of like what was going on with this. Looks weird. Looks like a horn. Looks like I'm giving him horns. But I bet I could probably. It's not too difficult. Now that I've done it enough, I just got to get a few sketches of the character that I would imagine in my head, and that's really it. That's where most of the time would be spent, is actually sketching it out and then using it as a sort of reference. Because really, reference really is key in this kind of world. Okay, let's see here. So we need to go down. All of them need to go down. Okay, you two more than anything else here. I wouldn't be surprised if you actually listened to the music in the background right now and you recognize maybe one or two of them from like an OS map or something. Would not surprise me whatsoever. I know how big Toho music is used in OS maps. They do take the longest time. So you gotta really invest a lot of time into them. They are fun nonetheless, but still, you're gonna burn plenty of time going through those. There's a lot of trying to fix my geometry here. Yeah, characters can be done, and a lot of people do like doing them. Actually, I actually don't mind doing them myself if I get to spend more time on them, but problem is don't get to spend too much time when life decides to throw shit at you. Let's leave that flat like that is. This would cause a little confusion there, that's fine. Oh. Drawing's more of a practice thing, though. You spend enough time on it, you get pretty comfortable with it, and that's when it really starts to show. Like, I don't know, I don't consider myself the greatest sketch artist, but it does come to help out a lot. It is pretty hard to learn, only because you really have to start thinking in 3D a lot more than you did in the past. Which is fantastic if you play like games like Space Engineers, because you get so used to thinking in 3D, you don't get disoriented every time you like turn yourself around to go do something and get it built. Really nowadays when I do like a lot of sketch art for anything like this, it's usually just to make sure I'm getting all the details in and knowing what kind of details I'm going to need. And let's see, 3D is much easier for me to learn or to understand than 2D. I've heard both ways. Some people have very good affinity with the 3D realm right off the bat. Others have a better time in 2D. I think the one thing that's really hard to do is go from 2D to 3D. Going from 3D to 2D isn't difficult at all, just because you're just you're getting rid of dimension, just flattening it. It's what makes a project like this so much significantly easier. I've heard cases for both. I find it easier to go from 3D to 2D. But I can see arguments for why 3D to 2D can be difficult. mean, yeah, if you just practice enough, man, I think you can get good at really one of them. Honestly, it's better to start at 2D than to go into 3D. There's one thing I have figured out over time is it's a lot easier to start if you start at 2D. It's getting there. That needs to kind of get curved more here, though. These look more like a circle than less like a. I wonder. No problem, man. That's way out. I don't want that. Pretty sure this is probably going to end up being a two-parter. Unless I can get this head piece done without a problem. Heads, hands, and toes, just like in 2D, are the hardest parts of anything organic. You gotta get so used to them. Hey, Brian.
Or Brian Bolanos.
Welcome to the stream, man. Sorry if I butchered your name. I hope it didn't bother you too badly. Let's see here. Oops, nope. This up. That down. Here we go, lower. That's a little too hardcore there. Might be easier if I just did that later, but yeah, I'll do that later. Let's go ahead and just get this going. There we go. All right, it's looking a little better there. getting there. I think we only have a few more ways to go. I gotta get the back here, I gotta do the side. Maybe you are popping out a little bit right here. You shouldn't be. Starting to really shape up though, which is good. should be shaping up pretty soon. Shouldn't be too much longer before this actually starts to look like a head.
Probably quickly save. Done enough operations recently, I probably should give it some time. Yeah. There we go.
Not necessarily the quickest one, but it'll work.
Critical failure, bullet crash.
It would be terrible. I'd be like, I'm done. I'm done for the day. Just clock out immediately. But I haven't had any problems with it yet, knock on wood. You guys ever used Maya? That one is the one that causes so many problems. If you're not careful with Maya, you'll lose everything because it crashes like every other. I'd say 1 or 2 saves. It's a nightmare to use. It's a great software, it's just they need to stable it, or make it more stable. Probably didn't seem very excited. Oh, not sure what that was. But to say, it's not very exciting, all of a sudden that freaks out. Oh man. Just need to get this corner sharpened more. Either that or just fatten out the sides. That is starting to get rather smooth, which is good. These need to hit this area, and then this area, and the back. And that's basically all she wrote on the head. Let's see here. will say one thing that I find hilarious is I have friends that watch me do this. They're not anywhere near where I live. They were just watching me when I share screens, and they just look at me like, how the hell do you have the patience for this kind of stuff? Let's see. Through school, I am a programmer and a animator. So I learned how to do most of the modeling stuff through my animation degree. I actually have a programming class to thank for getting me into Blender. They do. They honestly do. Sometimes that's really all that matters. It's great for its modeling. It's actually not a bad modeling software. Its game engine, it could use some work. At least until Godot gets actual decent documentation. If it gets decent documentation, I'll take it over very low frame rate when you're doing a simple little game. Yeah, any documentation, definitely. You had to admit, though, opening up a page just to find a maze redirection saying, that's not here. That felt great, didn't it? Oh, you're actually... Okay. Honestly, I wish I took a lot more art classes. Took a painting class a long time ago. I enjoyed the heck out of it. Never thought I'd enjoy painting class as much as I did there. Yeah, well, I mean, they're not that bad. Like I said, like I tell everyone, you just need practice, dude. Train in my area has decided to say hi. It's just blaring in the background. What is going on out there? That makes me feel better than to see it, the things I'm working on being altered at the same time on the other side of the head. You can see it here a lot more because the symmetry's like right on top of the camera. When I was in grade school, music was pretty big, well, music in terms of playing an instrument was pretty big. It was either that or choir, and I always liked playing an instrument. Then again, my mother got me into playing alto sax. Although nothing will be ever as entertaining as this one class I took in high school, where it's basically, oh, you get a quarter of the year, the academic year. Here's the family we're gonna play with. Pick your instrument, have fun. That was literally all I did for like a whole academic year, was play 2 or 3 instruments in each instrument family, and that was a lot of fun. On one hand, it really got me into learning how to play a lot of other instruments. Guys are having a good old conversation there. Jeez. Interesting. Okay. almost there. Still a few pieces here that have a little bit of a ridge, if you can see the ridge.
Gotta smoothen that out, and that's really basics of it.
The head's still a little too, looks a little too big on the, a little on the big side. I think we'll be okay here. Let's see what happens if I get something like this.
That actually looks almost the perfect size head there.
At least compared to what he is. So I think if I really fluff out right here, that's it. So all I gotta do is really just throw in a little more fluff. Really just take, looks like it was from this line to this line. Oh no, okay. That's pretty close. It's very close now. Just right here needs to be cleaned up. Almost done. Just gotta get the ears now, but it's looking pretty good for the most part now. Just gotta stitch up the few areas that got a little separated earlier. Let's get this right here. It's pretty close. Still a little bit of oh, I know why. It's because this segment isn't being pushed forward at all. There's a few kinks left, but for the most part, it is where I want it to be. So that's a good thing. That's a good win, finally. Took a little longer than I expected, but that's what happens when geometry gets a little too complex. That's the general head there, so that'll do us some good. Let's go grab the shoulder here. There we go. Well, hey, I want to thank you guys for sticking around long enough. I know that was kind of a little dry because I had to go in quite a bit and do my own little touch-ups, but I think we are pretty much set now. Ears get real. Whoa, whoa. The ears will be pretty easy here. That's just a bunch of extrusion and simple scaling. There's some tiny squares. There we go. Could be better, but I gotta flatten it out a bit more. Yeah,
just gotta flatten out his head, the top of his head a little bit more, and kind of round him out. But other than that, that's a much better looking variant than where it was.
Surprised the YouTube chat hasn't crashed on me again. So that's looking good. But hey, I'll take it. It's definitely working.
Fun part is I gotta still paint him, and it looks like there's a little tearing going on right here. What's going on there? Definitely looking much better now. These guys. There we go. I don't need to set keyframes, Blender. Please. Not looking for keyframes here. I wonder how that looks. It does roughly what we want it to do.
Alright. And now comes the fun part. The UV map. Oh, good lord.
Although I think there's a few more things I could touch up, but mainly making this rounder.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun doing.
Well, I mean, it's not too difficult.
Because if you think about what makes up
Chomusuke, I can't say his name right now. If you think about what makes him up, though, he's mostly all like a almost black, but he's not entirely black because his demon wings are actually the darkest color there. But he's pretty much all one tone. So really, the only thing that really matters here is grabbing about this part of his face. Just to do the graphic, the cross, the two eyes that go about right here, and then his mouth.
it's really about what we need. So that should be exactly what we're looking for there.
And then I gotta add his wings in, so that'll be two things to add there. Let's go ahead and add the wings in real quick. I don't think that should take too long. See if I can figure out what face to use here. My camera got wonky. There we go. Still, for only 685 faces, this is a pretty decent looking cat. It's very low poly. Well, at least until I go into here and it's 43K. No wait, 21K. Actually no, 21.9K. So, within the budget of pretty much every game. So that's exciting. They're actually pretty small wings if I remember. And his body isn't exactly huge. Let's see here. Rotate X. Let's not rotate X. UV mapping a cat, definitely gonna be fun.
That's basically what he is here. Yeah, you might want to get some sleep, man.
You haven't slept since then, that's not necessarily a good thing, man. Not that I'm really one to talk. I think he's only got 2. Some tearing there. How's that look in object mode? That looks so flimsy. I mean, he is kind of a flimsy guy. Almost looks like Flandre Scarlet's freaking wings at this point. Nope, this mode. Does for us here. Sometimes if you need something to be a certain orientation or a certain stiffness, I need to add 1 or 2 more edge loops. That'll actually help solidify it, make it look stronger. So, there's his wings. At least for the most part. Not really pointy, but... Oh, wait, you know what? You know what? No wonder. Let's do this. Go to vertex mode. They are pretty thick, aren't they? Yeah, I can add a... Really, all that is just grabbing these 3 right here. And just moving them down a bit. Same ordeal here. Might be actually too thick here. Here we go. Yeah. last thing I can do to make them hyper thick is to do these with loop edges. Or edge loops. Ugh. There we go. Those are actually still a little big.
Actually,
That's close.
not exactly sure if that's what we're looking for, though.
Still a little bit on the thin side. Are you talking this way, or are you talking... We're talking like thin this way, or thin this way? I'm assuming this way. Second way. Okay, that's what I was figuring. Sounds like that was what it was. YouTube muted me again. Man, YouTube does not like you this time around or something. Take this shape. Oh, what's going on here? That's not good. Oh, I see why. Let's see how thick these are. It's getting there. It's closer. That's significantly closer. Oh, I forgot I still have the tail. What do you guys think?
Could be a little thicker.
Definitely looks pretty smooth now. Yeah, I'm kind of glad he does. There's a few places I think could be touched up still, but I think for the most part he's looking pretty darn good. Actually, if any place needs to be touched up, it's down here. This actually is supposed to be going into where it should be, this torso. It's a little distorted. What's causing that distortion? Oh, I see. Never mind. Just this. It's hard to get those exact triangles. You can get them with tries. They're not hard to do with tries, but it's generally best to keep things in quads. You can attempt to get something in a quad, but it doesn't exactly get that perfect look you're trying to aim for. That's not doing what I want it to do. What's going on here? This is looking pretty low. See, I want to land myself. Where are you? Oh, it's playing tricks on me. Grr. Yep, that's actually looking pretty good. What I gotta do now. That's roughly what his most of his color is. I have caps lock on. Give me one there, and then I need wing material. Which is just nothing but the darkest of everything. Okay, into bucket mode. Here. Gotcha. And there's the baby. Basically the base color of them. Probably make these a bit more curvy too. That'd be a good idea to do. Although most of him is pretty much set in stone here. I just gotta apply the two modifiers and UV map them. Although the UV map really won't be that difficult. What do we got here? So, do need to do the tail. It's the last thing I do need to touch on. But, I'm afraid I do need to... I mean, the UV map should just be like 3 circles for the face. For the most part, really the biggest thing I'm gonna need... Can I just edge loop this here? Is everything this way. I need this cut out. Everything else will be the same color that it already is. Which is, I've got the hex value right there. So that's a very easy UV map to work with. Alright, basically just gotta cut them in half. And that'll do exactly what I need. I can straighten this out in a UV editor. And that's pretty much about all there is to him. So, I'm gonna go ahead and end on him here. He's getting a little on the later end. So I'll go ahead and end on him and touch up on him in the next stream where I do the Master Sword.
that was definitely this time was definitely a challenge. I'm a little out of my comfort zone since I haven't really done a animal. But shoot, hang on 1 second, buddy. Let me pull up something. I don't know if you saw it, so I'll go ahead and get this for you so you can see it at least. Come on. Beep. Don't you beep at me. So this is the finished version of the one we had for the previous stream. Rim's Mace, or Flail, or Morningstar, whatever it's called. I've given up on trying to figure out what the name is. So it's exactly what was needed to be done. I figured out what I needed to do to get this to work. So I realized I could just draw the UV map in Photoshop and work with it there. So yeah, I thought I'd show this to you before we adjourned for the day, or the night, depending on where you live. So that is the Rim's Mace. So let's see, I got Greatsword. I'll actually show the rest of the Chomusuke when we do the Greatsword, which should, I believe, I'm aiming for Tuesday. I think I'm going to do Tuesday, Thursdays for model streams. Around 6, 7 Pacific Standard Time. I forget what it is, UDT. I'll figure that out UDT wise. So yeah, I'll shoot for Tuesdays, Thursdays for model streams. And I think I'm going to do probably 2 other streams, except they're not going to be model streams, like maybe something else. So, alright. Don't worry if you can't. It's alright. I mean, I'll have these recorded and they'll be on YouTube if you want to watch them. Or just fast forward to the end. I know a lot of people do that. But, yeah, that should be... Oh, I just need to quit this. I don't need to do anything else here. So, alrighty then. Well, thanks for sticking around. Sorry for how long this one took. Was fun to do, but man, he was a little tedious on his head. I still gotta finish up his tail and do a slight cleanup on the geometry. So, hey, thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. See you guys around. Glad you had fun, man. Anyway, I will see you all later.